So many young men these days have low testosterone, and because of that, they have no energy, everything they try to do feels too hard, and they aren't building much muscle even though they are consistent in the gym, and they wonder why. But what they don't realize is that the reason they feel this way is because they are not living like a man should. I promise you that as soon as you start doing these 6 things, your testosterone levels will go through the roof, and you will start feeling the benefits of having high testosterone, which means you will build more muscle. The hard stuff you do will actually feel good, you'll have more energy, and overall you will just look and feel more masculine. That is my promise for you today, and knights don't break promises. In this video, you won't hear any of that basic stuff like, oh, make sure you lift weights, make sure you aren't overweight, make sure you sleep enough, and make sure you get sunlight. I won't waste your time by telling you that. Even though those things are nice, and you definitely shouldn't underestimate them, chances are you already know them. And while you may feel a bit of a benefit, it's nothing crazy. And you probably want something new, right? Well, you are in the right place, because the things I am going to talk about have each shown to increase testosterone by about 30%. And this is each, so if you follow every advice from this video, your testosterone will increase by 210%. So if your testosterone levels are around the average, which is 500 nanograms per deciliter, after you implement the things I am going to talk about in this video, your testosterone levels will go up by 210%. Which is 1,050 nanograms per deciliter, which is in the top 1% of testosterone levels in the entire world. Number 1, reduce your stress levels. When you are stressed, your cortisol levels go up. And when your cortisol goes up, your testosterone goes down. So when we decrease our cortisol levels, our testosterone will naturally go up. And the single best way to decrease your stress levels, otherwise known as cortisol levels, is through regulating your breathing. Everything else you might have thought about when I talked about decreasing your cortisol levels is inferior to regulating your breathing. Most people are just shit at breathing. I'll repeat that again. You are so shit at breathing that it is decreasing your testosterone levels. I want you to think about that. And so, how do you breathe properly? Most people breathe through their chest. And that is not necessarily a bad thing if you are doing exercise or if you are actually in some high-stress situation. But when you are in a normal situation, while you are watching this video for example, there is no reason for you to be breathing through your chest. Instead of that, rather take the deepest breaths possible through your stomach. Make sure your belly moves as much as possible with every breath. I want you to do this as an actionable step for the remainder of this video. This is my challenge for you today. Put this video on full screen and focus on taking the deepest breaths possible through the belly. If you can complete this challenge, I know you have a strong mind, because most people will not be able to do this. Number 2, competing. When you start bringing competition into your life, not only will you make more progress and feel much better because of that, but competition has also shown time and time again to boost your testosterone levels. In the modern day, with the rise of weak men, competition is kinda looked down upon, and we are told that competition is toxic and that you should rather just compete with yourself. You have probably seen those influencers online trying to be cute and saying, "Oh, I don't compete with anyone, I just compete with myself." And the thing is, there is actually nothing wrong with that. In fact, I would even say your mental health would be slightly better if you didn't compete with anyone but your younger self. But it's just boring as fuck. You are not gonna make as much progress, and your testosterone will also be lower. So I'll leave that up to you. Do you want to make more progress, have more testosterone, and feel much better about yourself, but have slightly worse mental health? Or make less progress, have less testosterone, be bored out of your mind, but have slightly better mental health? To me, the choice is obvious. And I think for any other masculine guy, the choice is obvious as well. So I want you to start bringing more competition into your life. It doesn't really matter if it's online or in real life. I think competing with someone in real life is more effective, but if all your friends are pussies and they think competition is toxic, you will be just fine if you find a group of guys online who you compete with. And if you are thinking, well, yeah, that sounds nice, but how do I find a group like this? Then you are in luck, because I actually have one. It's called the Wisdom Clan, and you can join it with the first link in the description. Number 3, improving your diet. I know this video is about the things you don't know about, and chances are, you know about this already. But I really wanted to emphasize this because even though improving your diet is talked a lot about when it comes to increasing your testosterone levels, most people still aren't eating the right things, and they are fucking up their testosterone because of that. Most people still don't realize that they can't be eating processed sugars, seed oils, and a bunch of that other shit they put in our food. If you want the highest testosterone levels possible, you should only be eating mostly meat, eggs, butter, and salt because they are high in cholesterol. And cholesterol is needed for the production of testosterone. And straight away, you may be thinking, what? I thought cholesterol was bad, but it actually isn't. That's a psyop the modern world wants you to believe. Cholesterol is needed for the healthy production of hormones. So if you are a young man who wants to skyrocket his testosterone levels, you need to start eating things like eggs, butter, red meat, and salt. The more of these things you add to your diet, the more testosterone you will have. Number 4, discipline. This is something not many people talk about. Discipline is the ability to do things that need to be done, no matter how you feel. And if you start practicing this skill, your testosterone levels will shoot through the roof. Because when you do things that need to be done no matter how you feel, not only will you start doing things that are good for you, like exercise or eating a better diet, but your perception of yourself will also change. And as you most likely already know, the way you view yourself can literally change everything about you. There was actually an experiment about this. The participants were given a milkshake, and one group was told that the milkshake is super unhealthy, that it has a lot of sugar, is high in fat, and things like that. The other group was told that the milkshake is healthy, that it has protein, vitamins, minerals, and things like that. And after the participants drank the shakes, they tracked the processes in their bodies. The results were obvious. The participants who drank the unhealthy shake had an unhealthy reaction. They put on fat. They were bloated. You know, the regular reaction after you eat something unhealthy. And the participants who drank the healthy shake had a healthy reaction. They put on some muscle, and they felt much better after. But there was one thing neither of them were told about, and this is gonna blow your mind. It was the same milkshake. What we can learn from this is that if the beliefs we have about the food we eat can change the way our body responds to it, the beliefs we have about ourselves can greatly impact things like our testosterone levels, which means if you become the type of person who can do hard things that need to be done no matter how he feels, the perception you have of yourself will change and your body will start producing more testosterone to add to your new self-identity of being a strong, hard-working masculine man. Number 5, change your environment. You might have seen the recent study showing how we all have microplastics in our testicles, and I think that's kind of scary considering that plastic is an endocrine disruptor, and it is literally inside the organ that produces testosterone. We most likely won't be able to eliminate all plastic from our environment, but if we put in the effort to remove as much of it as possible, we can substantially reduce the number of microplastics in our body so that our testosterone can be produced naturally without being restricted by some forever chemical. So now I want you to stop this video and really think about the plastic things you use the most. And this also includes polyester clothes, by the way. If you don't know what polyester is, it's usually in those breathable sports clothes. So now I want you to stop the video and think about the plastic stuff you use the most. Once you have that, I want you to start finding ways to change that. So for example, if you use a plastic water bottle every day, then you buy a metal one. Or if you wear polyester clothes every day, well then you buy wool ones. Every change you do like this will greatly increase your testosterone levels. And while talking about the topic of changing your environment, I would also recommend that you stop drinking tap water because it's literally poisoning you and killing your testosterone levels. So get some sort of a water filter. The most effective one there is the reverse osmosis one, but they are kind of expensive, so getting a charcoal water filter will be just fine. Number 6, purpose. Having purposeful work, a mission that you are passionate about will greatly increase your testosterone levels. When you know that you are responsible for something, things like your family or your audience online, when you know that you have to work hard to provide for them and help improve their lives, your testosterone levels go through the roof. Your body produces more testosterone because it knows that you'll need it. You will never have high testosterone if you don't live the lifestyle that requires having high testosterone. And that's the thought I want to leave you with today. You will only get the amount of testosterone you actually need. So start taking on responsibility and have a mission. Alright, that's it for today. Make sure to tell me in the comments if you made it until the end breathing fully, just like I told you at the beginning. Scroll down, click on the subscribe button, share this video to a friend with low testosterone, and if you want a like-minded community of young men trying to improve themselves, make sure to join the Wisdom Clan. And if you really like these videos and you want to support this channel, click on the join button and sign up to the members section of this channel. Make sure you implement everything you learned today and go do something productive now. Bye.